Hello everybody, welcome back. Back over here, we're gonna look at how to retire on Bitcoin instead of fiat. Fiat is money, government points, and money we all believe in right now. Dollars, euros, pesos, and pounds. I'm gonna compare these. I wanna look at how much money, like as a regular 29-year-old, you can adjust that to 30 or 40 years old, would need to retire. And I put the retirement at 50. Okay, just an example. I could add that, I could put it 60. I could put it at 60, but I just leave it as 50 just for this example. I can change later. And then I go from 50,000 a year, right? So the average person, right, 50,000 a year you make, and then you start off as at 10,000, right? You start off at 10,000 in saving, and you want to save, right, for retirement, and then you have 50% of your savings are in saving accounts, right? Retirement plans and things like 401ks and things like that, right? Half of that. So now, here is how much you're gonna for to retire in 50, at the age of 50. Um, so you expect to spend about 35,000 a year. Okay, so that's below your current expenses, but when you get retired, so you may not want to spend as much because you don't drive as much, you don't party as much, you don't do certain things as much, right? And you plan to save 625 every month, right? So this is basically how much money of your income you plan to save for your retirement, right? So here's what I get, right? Again, this is just saving in dollars and pounds and fiat currencies, okay? So it looks like you will be short by 618,000. Okay, so you're gonna need $618,000 more to get to that to retire at 50. Okay, and then you could get on track by saving at least 150 one at least $1,592 per month. So if you saving instead of saving 625, you have to save at least $1,595 a month, right? 1,592, right? So that would make you on track. But as we know, not everybody can save that much, right? If you are on 50,000 a year. So let's see how Bitcoin fixes this, okay? Because that's what most people miss about Bitcoin. They look at it in the short term, right? They'll see the price, they say, oh my God, it's crashing and all that. But let's look at this, right? Same thing, same model. You take that $625, right? You will save for every month, okay? And then we're gonna put it into Bitcoin. Okay, we don't care whatever there's people saying, oh yeah, it's gonna crash, go to zero, it's a scam. Okay, we're gonna do that. Okay, we do it for 9 years. Okay, you're 29. So let's say 9 to 10 years, right? So once you get to 40, okay, so this is how much approximately you may get because based on basically past return on Bitcoin. So let's say you get about 3,000% increase. Okay, that's gonna put you your 526 a month gonna put you at $2 million. Okay, that's just based on past performance of Bitcoin. Okay, that's called dollar cost averaging when you're saving every month. Okay, on Bitcoin, you see the price go up down over the long term, but you don't really care about it. You just set it and forget it, and then boom. So you would put about 67,000 in cash in fiat, right? And then you would be getting 2 million plus. Okay, so now that's how much money you get. Okay, let's go back to the fiat saving. How much you would be getting with your investing? So you would be getting, uh you'll have 341,000. Okay, that's how much money you would have. Okay, because it's cash, it stay the same, stay flat. And look at this. If I add a graph, I'm gonna show you logarithmic. That's how much your money there to the investment. Okay, so this is your money. The green line is your money staying flat. Every month you put in, you put in, you put in, just stay flat, right? It doesn't go anywhere. The Bitcoin fluctuate up and down, but it's exponentially going up, exponentially. Okay, so that's what you need to pay attention to. It's not about, like, those are all distractions of, Fed raising rate, Fed cutting rates, and crash prices, but it doesn't matter. The price is always going up exponentially if you have the patience, right? That's why you save for long term, for your retirement, right? You're not planning on the next month to pay your, monthly rent or something like that, right? You want to save for 10, 20 years, okay? So now, but don't forget that you had also another saving, right? You had a $10,000 we talk about of saving you have right now, right? So let's say we're gonna take half of that, okay? Same thing. We're gonna 50% of that. We're gonna put it into Bitcoin, okay? So we're gonna go half of that, okay? That we're gonna take 5,000 out of this 10,000, put it into Bitcoin, and you go up like about Bitcoin in average goes up 50% a year. Okay, so I want to be conservative. I'm gonna put 40% a year. Okay, so we're gonna do that for 20 years. Okay, so for 20 years, that's 5,000. Okay, it's end up at $13 million. Okay, in 20 years. So now you're 29. So by the time you're 50, your goal is 50, right? So let's put 20 years. Okay, so even if we get you to 49, that's okay. Okay, so we put 20 years and get you to 13 million. Okay, 13 million, that's 5,000 of today. So but yeah, and plus that's on top. Okay, that's 13 million, right? That's the saving you have. This is compounding rate, right? Growth, compounding growth. And this is the most underrated statistic in the market right now. Like, people don't understand compounding. When something go up 40% a year, that means every year and 10 months you double your money. Basically, no, you're gonna double your money in 1 year and 10 months. Okay, and then this keeps on going again. It keeps on going again and again and again. So this is the trick here. The trick is the percentage growth, and then the long term perspective. If you have a long term horizon, that's what changes everything. Let's put 2 years on that. Okay, on that 5,000, that's only 10,000, right? You just double your money in 2 years. But let's put 10 years on that, right? Okay, let's put 5 years instead of 2 years. Okay, 5 years, you get 35,000, right? So you only make, let's say, 7 times your money. But yeah, let's put 10. Okay, 10. You would say, oh, okay, that's 35,000. If I put 10 years, we're gonna double it. But no, it doesn't work like that. You see, it gives you 255,000. Okay, now you would say, okay, if I put another 5 years, probably double, right? That's how you would think, right? No, again, see, 1,800,000. Okay, into 15 years. Okay, so let's put another 5 years. Okay, let's say, oh, it's gonna double, right? No, no, again, 13 million. Okay, so that's the trick. So we go back, say you started at 5,000, you wait for 20 years, let's say 10, 15 years, doesn't matter, still gonna be higher than your fiat return. Okay, fiat return. Okay, so and then Plus, don't forget you work every month, right? For 10, 15 years, right? Or 20 years. Now you're gonna end up with this. This is only 9 years, right? This is just a past performance. But maybe it doesn't go up as much. Maybe this instead of 300%, 3,000 instead of 3,000%, let's say you go only 1,000%. Let's say you only end up with let's say you only end up with 1 million, okay? And then in 9 years, right? 1 million 9 years, and then you do another 1 million in another years, right? It's 2 million years, right? As over your income growth, and then you have here 13 million. So you have $15 million to retire. But now, wait, because you think, oh, okay, in that 20 years, oh, I'm gonna have $15 million, right? But thing is, one thing Fiat doesn't tell you. They don't tell you about the inflation. Okay, they don't tell you how inflation destroy your money. Now they tell you, hey, you're gonna be short 618,000, but you're gonna have 341,000. But they don't tell you how much this 141,000 gonna be worth. And I'm gonna tell you today, it's not gonna be worth much. And this is the trend, yeah. Okay, so this is the US dollar debt clock. Okay, so they are borrowing basically $1 trillion every 3 months, okay, every 100 days or something like that. So every 100 days, a trillion, right? So this is gonna get to the 40 trillions anytime. Yeah, it can get to 40 trillion anytime from here, because I expect by the time the next administration um, is done, it doesn't matter who wins. I don't care. It's gonna be above 40 trillion. Okay, so the current administration already spent above about 7 trillion. It's so close somewhere like that. I mean, then it's gonna be even higher. So you can fact check me on this, but the only thing that matters is that they have to borrow more. They can't pay back the debt. Okay, and this is the social security liabilities, the unfunded. You have unfunded liabilities. Should check that. It should be somewhere here. Okay, yeah, okay, here it is. Unfunded liabilities. Those are things that's supposed to be funded over the coming years. Okay, so those are people who are supposed to be paid back their money they work for, right? So they pay their retirement, they work all their life. Now they're gonna be retired and they need their money back. And those are the money that would be supposed to be paid. Okay. And this money is coming from where? It's gonna come from the national debt, okay, and the government. By the way, this affect you doesn't matter where you live, where you are in this world, because the US dollar is the reserve currency of the world for now. For now, okay. So now let's go and Bitcoin. Why this matters? Well, the US dollar. This is the US dollar crashing against Bitcoin. Most of you, what chart do you look at? You look at the chart of you know um, Bitcoin against USD, right? That's the chart you look at when you check for the price. I can show you here. Bitcoin price, the price that I don't look at, or maybe you look at this price, right? You look at this price, right? But the secret is not to look at the that price, because that price doesn't matter, right? It's because when you look at the Bitcoin against the fiat currency, right, it doesn't matter which fiat currency, all the same approximate. They're all a derivative of each other, all falling knives, right? So over here, what can I remove those things? But uh, show notifications. Okay, I removed those notifications successfully here. Okay, this is the Bitcoin price you look at here, right? When you look at the price, you see the price going up, down, oh, it's crashing, oh, it's going up, but nobody's showing you this chart, okay? Nobody's showing you that chart. You see here, the dollar is crashing 82.59% against the US dollar in the past 5 years, just 5 years. You lose all your money. That's the maximum. Okay, in maximum, you lose 99.44% of your money. Bitcoin is only like 40, like 14, 14 years old, 14, 15 years old. Okay, so let's be clear, right? This is it, right? There's no like ending sight. There's no such thing, or oh my God, is it gonna come back? There's no, it's dead. Okay, there's always dead. Whatever other currency you live in, it's dead. All those fiat currency is gonna go to zero against Bitcoin, and this is why I'm offering you right now, right, a solution to this problem, right? Your retirement is dying. Okay, you have to jump out of the system. And again, you can't take all your retirement money out right now. Maybe it's locked in the fiat system, but you can take your $5,000 right now. I'm not telling you to take all your $10,000 to put into Bitcoin. I mean, like, be like, I don't want that, right? And I'm not even telling you to do this right now. I'm not giving you advice to do anything. I'm just saying an alternative, and you can decide for yourself. Right? You can do research for yourself. The website out there, right? There's calculator for compounding. They have dollar cost, have dcabtc.com, and all these things. They're all available for free, right? So I'm just packaging them, and then we present them to you, and then so you can make your own decisions, right? And again, you're gonna look at the long term, right? And everything an investment or whatever saving, it's all about trend, right? Look at the trend, right? I only have to look at that trend, and I realize, okay, I to look to see that. I don't care. I don't care how much profitable you can trade in and out. You're not gonna beat that chart, okay? It's zero. It's irrelevant. It's not going back. It's dead. Okay, it's dead. um, and those are all the proof signals. Okay, all the other things in the market, whatever, or it's recession now, it's gonna be whatever. Everything else doesn't matter. Oh, this guy gonna be president, that girl, that everything. I don't care. Okay, because it has to. They have to point. Every other country have to point, and Bitcoin is the only solution to that problem, in my opinion. Right? So I'm not, since I started talking, I never say anything about crypto. I never say anything about those coins. I only talk Bitcoin. Okay, so just to be clear, because if you want to plan for 20 years, okay, you want to make sure that's something that's going to be here for 20 years, right? And Bitcoin is the only thing I can imagine that can be here. Why? Because I run my own node, right? So I verify my own transactions, right? So and I verify the blockchain, right? So and I study it, I learn what it is, right? So I spend a lot of time study what this thing is. So again, not I'm not saying this is anything is guaranteed. I'm just saying this is the trend. I'm just showing you the trend and where is it going. I'm showing you the numbers, right? It's gonna like turn your head. It's gonna make you go crazy. All these things, your numbers are going up. I'm showing you the track record, right, of your Bitcoin, okay, and I show you the return, right, which is an average, how much it did, and I even be conservative. Let's say only go 25%. Okay, let's say half. Okay, that still give you close like I mean you still at like 700,000, right? So and that's very very conservative, right? So I would say I'll go at least 30% a year. Okay, that's even that's close to 2 million. Okay, in 20 years. Okay, so but in my opinion, that should be at 50% a year, right? To be fair to Bitcoin, right? That's almost like 100 million when you add up to take 90 million, close to 90 million. right? So if you want to retire, right, you don't want to be like, oh, this guy, oh yeah, I'm gonna, you know, be there, and then you can't even afford to take a taxi, right? That's not retired, right? I mean, yeah, you leaving, but again, to finish this video, I don't really believe in retirement. I think you should always be working, in my opinion, because I mean, yes, if you're really really old, you really can't help yourself. I get that. This Bitcoin will be there for you. But if you're 50, in my opinion, you should keep pushing, right? I mean, you're young. I mean, like yes, I put it at 50, but I mean, you're still young, right? Again, I don't wanna keep it too long. This was Spike Over. Give me a follow and share this with friends, family who would be interested and help with this. And I'll see you again in the next video. This was Spike Over.